Good evening, Bill Carroll from Zennie62 Media, and I'm continuing my series on Scouting the Scouting. And I'm going to talk about Mr. Anthony Champ Kelly, who is the interim, and I hope he gets a chance to be more than interim, general manager of the Raiders. The Raiders, let's be honest, have struggled when it came to scouting. Obviously, they've found some players. I mean, they did a great job in bringing in Max Crosby, especially in the 5th round, a few other players, but they've missed much more than they've hit and above the number that you would expect. So I'm sorry to see Mr. Ziegler go, and obviously they let Josh McDaniels go. But more importantly, for the future, we'll see if Antonio Pierce and Mr. Kelly get a fair chance to show that they can hold the jobs down full term. A few things about Mr. Kelly. He is a graduate of Kentucky University. He has both a bachelor's and a master's degree from that university in computer science, computer engineering, and business. And he put that degree to use, worked in computer software while also playing, coaching, and being a general manager all at the same time in the UIF, the United Inter-North Football League. And while he was playing and coaching and general managing all at the same time in the UIF, he managed to help the Lexington Horsemen to be runners-up in United Bowl 2 and 3, and then they won it all in United Bowl 4 in 2004. Additionally, he was trying to work his way into the NFL. In 2007, secured a position as a Northeast scout with the Broncos. And he stayed with the Broncos for several years and worked his way up, worked his way up, and worked his way up. So eventually he became an assistant director of pro personnel. Eventually was there for a total of 8 years, a little over 8 years. And from there, he made his way to the Bears. While he was at the Bears, he started as director of pro scouting, then went from there to assistant director of player personnel. And then for the past little over a year, he has been with the Raiders since February 2022. Assistant general manager, of course, as I mentioned, now is the interim general manager. I'm hoping that having these players who have coaching and obviously front office experience now getting a chance to have the big job, the general manager position, this will give them a chance to put their imprint on a team that frankly has been drifting somewhat rudderless for a while. Here's what I like about what I heard both from him and Mr. Antonio Pierce. One is obviously they're very passionate, but passion only carries you so far. I hear also at least a scintilla of a plan. I think this team is going to build itself into a team that, while it's looking backwards at sort of that great Raiders tradition of toughness and things like that and swagger, I think they're also going to be smarter both in terms of analytics and smarter in terms of building a team that's built to win in the modern game. And not that Josh McDaniels didn't have some modern ideas, but he was also a guy that, in terms of looking at the past, wanted to coach players in a way that, frankly, players were coached for years. But the last 25 years, players are less willing to be coached that way. So that's a little bit in my Scouting the Scouting series about the new general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders, Mr. Anthony Champ Kelly.